Welcome everyone to today's video with the Dimitrov Boulay piano duo. My name is Dimitri Dimitrov.
And my name is Elvira Boulay.
And what are we going to talk about in today's video?
So
we had a question.
Yeah, today we got a request to take a look at Philip Glass Metamorphosis number 2. There's a fast section in it, and the question was how to play it fast and even as well.
Fast and even?
And even, yeah.
Okay.
I like the question because it's very aware that just fast is not enough. You also have to play it even, and I like that.
Yeah.
So
I would start still with even.
Yeah.
Then fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the fast will come. The fast, actually, you will be able to play faster and faster if you know how to play a little bit more even and more effortless. So let's talk about that.
Very often you would see that the problems you have in fast, you actually have the same problems in slow. It's very rare that wouldn't be the case. So first, I think, is slow down and see if you're actually playing really, really even. Listen very well. Are you playing even in a slow tempo, in a middle tempo, and work on the evenness there?
That's a very good point that actually you bring about those problems are actually occur really in a slower tempo.
The thing is that you see in a slower tempo, you would see it minimally, like you have a very, very small problem, but actually the faster you go, the bigger the problem gets. The same problem, it just, it's like a magnifying glass if you play fast.
Anyway, you didn't ask us to talk, you asked us to show you how to do it fast and even. I never played these pieces.
No, I never played anything by Philip Glass, actually.
So the passage is basically, I'll play it one octave higher. That's basically the passage we have, right?
Yeah.
And does it change later?
It does change, yeah.
So actually you have just different chords. You have the A minor chord, and you have this one. Okay, and does it change? Yeah,
it does change regularly, yeah. And if you take a look at the final tempo, I checked it yesterday, is actually really fast.
What's the tempo
actually
approximately?
Really fast. I thought it was like 92, well, I can check it. 96 to 104. So let's start at the low end of that. That would be 96. Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Let's think of what can we do to make it very even.
I think that what I would do when I have a difficult passage, I think the first thing, aside from what we mentioned, that you have to start first slow, when you're ready with that and you're ready to increase the tempo, I think the first thing you have to realize and accept that it's going to take maybe 5,000 repetitions or something. It's going to take a lot of repeating. And what I would do
They'll stop the video now.
What?
They'll stop the video now. Don't discourage them. 5,000.
Well,
say something like 5 to 10 repetitions and you're ready.
So what I would do in order to keep myself, kind of motivated, is I would try to train it technically in a lot of different ways, because that doesn't, you don't get bored too quickly, and you also kind of approach it from different angles. So think about things like rhythms. We've discussed this in a video. I can link it up for you here. That would be a different rhythm. And other way around. But also think of things like different articulations, staccato, for example. Think about different dynamics, fortissimo or pianissimo. So I would definitely work it with a lot of repetitions, but also in a lot of different ways.
Technical exercises.
Technical exercises, yeah. And I think one of my favorites for this one in particular would be to do 3 slow and 3 fast.
I was just going to mention.
So if we would start with 3 slow, we do 1, 2, 3 slow, and then 3 fast. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Or the other way around.
And then you would reverse it. So
I love that one. And you can also combine 6 and 6.
You can combine 6 and 6, but what you can also do is you can speed up. So now I was doing this exercise pretty slow, but you can also speed it up. So where you go slow.
Because can you put your metronome? We can perhaps show them that they can go with the metronome of achieving this speed. Actually, is it possible if you play it in 96? The tempo is... Actually,
that's a great idea.
That's probably a nice idea, because if that's your goal, let's say that you're not there yet, that you're around 80. So the tempo is So what you can do is have a tick on each three. When you have 6 notes, slow, right? You have, and then the second group of 6 notes, you have only 1 tick. So that will be a great exercise, because then you know approximately, are you capable of playing part of your notes in the tempo, at the goal that you want to achieve. But I don't know if that, I'm not so sure that will guarantee even playing, answering the question.
It will help with the evenness, because I think there's many reasons why you wouldn't be able to play even. One of the reasons would be a technical reason, that your fingers are getting too stiff.
Okay.
And this is an exercise to counter that, because this exercise is playing in the speed that you want, but at the same time having time for your hand to relax. So your hand relaxes on the slow notes, and you're playing the fast notes and the relaxing.
Even though it's not a guarantee, it's going to help.
Yes.
But you have to listen very carefully when you're doing this. So what I would also recommend is that you have a tick on each 4th note. So you have like...
So that's a separate exercise, you mean?
Yes, because then you will really make sure that your concentration, you'll be able to concentrate much more, and you'll be able to really time and spread the notes as evenly as possible. I mean, we're giving them a lot of exercises.
I was just going to say, I think that you're hearing already that there's a lot of things that you can do to actually make this technical kind of passages go well. So maybe we can do a short little recap. I think that the first thing...
I even don't remember what we...
Don't worry, I remember.
Mentioned.
The first thing that we start with is... like I said, most problems that you have in fast, you actually have the same problem in slow. So first start in slow tempo and listen really, really carefully. If you're playing really and truly even, and also in a middle tempo. So slow and middle tempo while listening really well. Most evenness problems are actually...
Are you still there? Oh.
Most evenness problems are actually because you don't listen enough. And then secondly, like I said, you're going to need a lot of repetition, so you can really work it with different technical exercise. I gave a few examples, like the rhythms that we've mentioned before in another video, doing staccato, like different articulations, doing different dynamics, and in this way really working it. And then one of our favorite exercises that we just mentioned, and we kind of zoomed in on a bit, is to do 3 slow and 3 fast, and also the other way around, so starting with 3 fast, followed by 3 slow.
Or 6.
Or 6 as well. That can be...
the more advanced you are, the better you become, the more notes you can combine,
And we've mentioned that you can do this in different ways with the metronome. Now, our final exercise that we mentioned, and maybe we can leave it at that, is that you can actually also practice with a metronome on every first of the group. So having a metronome beat at every A, and upper A, lower, upper, lower.
So you can make them as even as possible,
Because you don't have a lot of wiggle room then, and you really need to work to make them an even. I would also consider doing this in many different tempi, so very slow, middle, all kinds of variations of tempo. If you stick to one tempo, that's actually going to limit you. It's really good to try this in different tempi.
We absolutely overwhelmed them, so now they can go and...
Yeah, I'm actually just getting warmed up. I have 1,000 things more. So if you want a second part of this video, feel free to ask. But I think that this will already really help you out.
100%, I can promise you this is going to help. What you can do also at some point, you can send us a video. And if you want to be on YouTube without your face, of course, you can...
Or with your face.
Then you can definitely send us a video, and we'll look more in depth what you're doing and how you're playing, because as you can imagine, this is very general. We even know how you're playing, and perhaps you need just a little tweak in order to make it sound great. So anyway, that's up to you, or to any of you who want to send us a video. We're very open to make a video back, but this is definitely going to help you, I'm confident.
I think so. And I think about practice in general, what I always do, what actually we always do during our practice, is it's always problem solving, and there's always a different problem to solve, and you always solve it in a different way. And that's why we wouldn't be able to give one definite answer, because it depends exactly what is your problem with this passage. And everybody would have different problems.
That's why we love the videos that are trying to take money from people, where they say... You thought piano takes a long time to learn? wait and see for a week.
Do this trick, yeah.
Do this trick, and after 1 week you can play piano. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. For us, it was a great pleasure. If you have more questions, more in depth, or you want to send a video or whatever, feel free to comment below or contact us on Instagram or Facebook. It doesn't matter. We'll try to respond as quickly as possible. For us, as always, it was a great pleasure to record this video for you. Enjoy practicing and see you soon again.